Hello, this is a tutorial I am attempting to create for about the 5th time. I'm not sure why I'm having so much difficulty, but in any case, I'm sure this time will be successful. In this tutorial, I'm going to describe how to select the top picks for a school, resize those selections so they're all equal size, and then save the resized selection off to a different folder and naming it by the student's name using the roster from the school. Okay, so that's the overview. So let's look here. This is all about Growing Garden Preschool. So if we look here, we've got Growing Garden Preschool. It was the one big one that we all worked at the very first week. We had a double set. We were there for 3 days. What we're going to be doing, we're going to go class by class, and we're going to start. I'll show you one example and stop the video after that, just so this doesn't go on forever. So I'll just show you. So we're going to start with the Infant Center. I'm going to click on the Infant Center, which is where all the pictures are for the Infant Center. I'm actually going to change this view of the thumbnails to the middle size. The only reason is they load a lot faster, and I don't really need to see them that well to do what I'm doing. I have in front of me, and you will have this in front of you when you're working on this, the roster, and on the roster that I have in front of me is written down the top pick. So for the first child, I already did in the previous attempt, so I'm going to go to the second child here, and their top pick number is 9870. So I do the old F2, type in 9870, there he comes. Okay, so I've got the photo I want. I'm going to go to Photo Workshop. As soon as this opens, I'm going to resize the photo. I'm using the school template, or let me show you here. So if you go to View, it's called a guide. So under View, under Guides, there's Show Guides, and you have School and Standard. We want the school, so that's what I have here. Actually, I have both of them open. Standard is the one that shows you these lines where a 8 by 10 and a 5 by 7 would crop. But for this purpose, we're looking at this silhouette here. It's very faint, but you'll see it, on the computer screen. And what I'm doing is I want the students' heads to be all the same size. So in this case, I'm increasing the size of this young man so that his chin is at the bottom here, and then his hair, the top of his hair, is up here at the top of his hair where it says hair. Okay. I'm using a mouse, and I was using the scroll key or the scroll wheel to make it bigger and smaller. I find that's the easiest way to do it. And then if I want to move them around a little bit to center them, if they need to be, I just use the arrow keys. Once I have him, in this case I have him where I want him, I'm going to say Save to File. So now, actually I'm already in the folder I need, but let me back up so you can see. You need to go to the folder where you want to save the pictures. So on this computer, don't get confused, but on this computer it's under 2021. I guess it will be on the external drive also. And then you go to Growing Garden, and you can see we're not going to go to the Infant Center. That's where we got this photo, but where we want to save it is down here in this folder called Raster Images of Students. I open that. You can see there's one child in there already. Now for him, I want to copy his name from the roster. I don't want to type it in. As we know, typing in the names definitely leaves us open to typographical errors. So we're going to go over here. I don't think I have it open right now, so no, I don't. So let's see. We're just going to go down here to the window File Explorer. I'm going to go to, again, this is different on the laptop, but for this computer, I'm going to my E drive. I'm going into Picture Perfect. I'm going into Rosters down here, 2021, and I want Growing Garden. Okay. All right. So you're going to have this on your computer also, and you can see it's by class, all the kids listed. The column you want to use is this one right here, the one that says use this column. It's highlighted in yellow, so you can't make a mistake. Don't use the all caps column here. Don't use these separate columns here. Use this column. So Zion Castro is this young man's name. I'm going to copy his name, and then using the Alt tab, if you're familiar with that, I'm going to switch back over to Darkroom. And in this case, okay, it's waiting for me to call this something. I'm going to Control V to put his name in. For some reason, if you look at this, I just hit the Home key. There's a space before the name. I don't want that space there. So try to remember to go home and then delete that space before you click on Save. Okay. So we just saved that. It always takes a few seconds to save the file. Now let's just jump out here for a minute to the photo library view. We're going to go down into this raster image of students, and you can see, I'm going to make it bigger here, the view thumbnail. So this little girl I had put in there already, so now Zion is in there. For some reason they're coming in sideways, so when you're done, just, you could select them all and then use this arrow to orient them the other way. But that's really it. So that's the whole process. There's about 150 kids, so you're going to have a lot of fun with this one. By the time you're done, you're going to be a pro at doing this, so that's the good news. Okay, I'm going to stop the video.